Alright, survivors, welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Death Monster, where today we will be fighting the Lion Knight. I have set up the board as is needed. We will shuffle the decks, of course, and I have mostly made ready with a few changes. Wait, hold on. No, the Muramasa goes back. Yeah, so I have switched around Grandpa, Bourgeoisie, and all my bitches, so it's the same characters that are leaving and have gained the tokens. Nothing much changed there, except these two characters have switched spaces. And that happened because, oh, you are always insane. Is that right? What about the, oh, you cannot gain insanity. But he is always insane. So I thought he couldn't use the Muramasa because this is a sentient weapon. So you have to be insane in order to use it. And I thought he couldn't gain insanity, but he's considered always insane. Doesn't really matter. It's fine. And so another thing is I looked at the Katana Proficiency here. I think it's even at the top of the deck there. Yeah. And it says you may not select this as your weapon type. You may not select this as your weapon types, which means you have to gain katana weapon type specialization a different way, I think. And I'm not sure why, but you're not allowed to just, like, it's a sacred super art of some kind, you know, ancient samurai stuff. And it's kind of funny because if you look at the other side, it says, when a survivor reaches katana mastery, they leave the settlement forever, heeding the call of the storm to hone their art. Before the master leaves, you may nominate a survivor and set that survivor's weapon type to katana and their weapon proficiency to level 1. So then they can sort of pass it on, but you will lose the character if they ever master the katana. That's kind of interesting. So I mean, I think it's a good thing that we're not specializing in it anyway. We will still bring the Muramasa. It's a really, really good weapon, I think. I figured out that the sharpness means that you add 1d10 to each separate wound attempt. So every card that I'm trying to, hit location that I'm trying to wound on, we roll an extra d10 to try to wound. And only one of them will count for a crit, so we gotta sort of keep an eye on that. But I just switched all my bitches over here. They have the red vial and the bandages to soak up bleeding that you might gain from this. And when you critically wound with this weapon, you gain 2 bleeding tokens. I assume that that's going to be once per attack. But if it's multiple times per attack, like if you gain 2 crits at once, which can very well happen when you have Deadly 2 and 6 dice to roll, you know, I'm not so sure what's going to happen then. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And try to use it sparingly, I guess. Anything else to note right now? Yeah, I have not done departure and arrival bonuses. I have set their survival to 8 because that was our new limit for those that have that, and then 0 for you because you cannot gain or use it and would have lost it all from the previous thing for not departing. Now we will do departure and arrival. So 3 insanity there. Yeah. Always insane as well. 2 times always insane for Grandpa Bojo. Oh, hold on, that's not true. Husk of Destiny belongs over here, obviously. Right. Interesting. So the Lion Knight badge maybe could be moved over. Oh yeah, since you can't use survival, you do not want the tactic on the one that cannot spend survival. So this is the good little trade to do. All right, continue it along that path. We will gain an accuracy token there. Good. I think someone has something with depart. No. Maybe not on this one here. Oh yeah, if you are insane when you depart, 1 extra survival and strength. Strength token there. Troy gives a strength token to everyone. Then here, nothing special as far as I can tell. Over here, Rhythm Chaser, we need some evasion tokens. 1. 1 for the monster grease, one for the Flower Knight badge, and another strength token for the Hideous Disguise. So he's up to 6 of 8, not too shabby. 2 extra movement, as long as you're insane, and you are. Speaking of movement, the Harvest Man over here grants 3 movement to Atreyu. Then we need some luck tokens for you, 2. And an evasion token as well. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, another tactic. So yeah, we gotta draw 2 tactics. Reset that. Draw. It was Grandpa Borjoisi. Diversion Tactics. Once per attack, before a hit location die or roll, any standing survivor who is adjacent to the monster may spend and not being attacked may spend 1 survival to cancel a hit. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's one of the good ones. And tactic over here for Troy. The Trip Formation. Nice. Also a good one. Then, and 1 insanity here. The drum will give 1 insanity to everyone. Oh, that's the head armor. Whoops. You cannot gain insanity, is that right? No, that's not you. Ah, no, the thing is here. Cannot gain insanity there. So no. And then, what else was? Oh, that was for this one. Waste of that insanity. And then timeline, 2 insanity up here, obviously as well. So 2, 2, and 2. Okay, that means that the Muramasa wielder. No, this one is not always insane. Well, can never gain survival. Yeah. Okay, I think we're ready. Good. With one exception, we should talk about the Lion Knight, and then I've put up the roll cards here because we have the Hideous Disguise who says on arrival, if you're fighting the Lion Knight, you may choose your roll card. So we can choose one and then we will distribute the rest randomly. And so let's talk about the Lion Knight real quick. Lion Knight here at level 2. So notably, if you look at him here, he doesn't go up much in stats, which is nice. He doesn't get any extra speed or damage for this level. Only 2 more toughness, 1 more move. 3 more hit points in total here. But then we add more terrain stuff to the starting setup here. And that's kind of the only change. And then he gets this thing over here. The drama lessons is important to talk about. At the start of the showdown, the Lion Knight gains +1 speed token if the settlement has the Black Mask innovation, or +1 damage token if the settlement has the White Mask innovation. And we have the, not sure why that one's flipped, Black Mask here. And yeah, so he will gain +1 speed. For reference, we have the White Mask in here, which I was looking at this one, and it does the same with the Strange Caravan, and then you have another effect going down the list. And I feel like this one's slightly better than the Black Mask. I would never do the action on the Black Mask, basically, but this one I would probably do sometimes, So, yeah, we would rather have the White Mask, and for this one here, I would rather have the White Mask and an extra damage token instead of a speed token. So double bad for having the Black Mask, and I'm not sure how we got it. Probably from some Lion Knight event, but yeah. And interestingly enough, when we roll the Gorm Climate 1 through 2 or 3, we can destroy an innovation. So next time, if that happens, I will destroy the Black Mask. Oh, but then we can't go to the Strange Caravan. Probably not then. Okay. Anyway, so the setup doesn't necessarily look like this. We can move our characters around a bit. They have to stand in that formation, but we can move them around. We should talk about the terrain. So there's the stage, balcony, throne, and horn. The balcony says, while the damsel is standing on the balcony, this monster suffers -1 speed. That's really good. And so, and then there's an action here, a trapdoor. If the survivor is standing on the balcony, place them knocked down in a space on the stage. So you can teleport from the balcony to the stage and get knocked down. I'm not sure why you would want to do that. You could just move, but here's the damsel roll, and then you wouldn't be knocked down, by the way. The damsel says you are not a threat. You cannot gain the priority target token. If you search to attack, the Lion Knight targets you and performs outburst at the end of your attack. All right, we have the two same actions here that he had the last time we faced him. He has the outburst that we just talked about, and whenever we trigger this, the target loses 1 survival. Exchange their roll card with the villain, so they become the villain. Then you discard any unresolved AI cards. So if you're like doing it to break his action, then that would that would end his turn, and then he performs basic action before he ends his turn. But he always performs basic action before he ends his turn. That's his seal. And the basic action is target the villain and then move an attack target. So he will always chase the villain around. For reference, the villain here says, you are doomed. If you die, the showdown is over and the survivors are defeated. So he's like trying to kill the villain, and because he wants to be the hero, I guess. And then if he does that, then we lose. What is the effect of being losing? Because I was thinking that maybe we could just throw away the villain. We could intermission. So it's not honestly that bad. I mean, we don't get the XP or the weapon proficiency, but other than that, we would just go to intermission anyway. Huh? So maybe we can. Well, I don't have any throwaway characters to put in the line of fire anyway, I guess. So if it has to happen, it has to happen. Anyway, that was the balcony. The horn says it's an action, honk. Gain the priority target token. Archive the terrain tile. You can use this only if you are the fool. So that's the one over here. And the fool already has kind of a taunt mechanic. He says when you gain this, reduce armor points at your waist location to 0. So I was thinking that maybe we shouldn't even bring like the Phoenix Faults here, especially if we're going to give him the fool at the beginning, but I don't know if we are. We're probably not. I think we would make him the villain, by the way, but I haven't really decided yet. I guess I have decided. That's probably what we're going to do, because I don't know what else to do with him, and he's got that 6 evade, Anyway, that was the. So, and then he also gains +2 to severe injury rolls, which means it's harder to wound him, because if you roll low, you can get killed, right? And he has an action to taunt the Lion Knight. All knockdown survivors stand. Enraged, the Lion Knight drops everything, targets you, and performs outbursts. So you can do that as a surge off turn to make him not do his AI card, and then charge towards whoever is the fool in that round. So that we discovered that in the previous Lion Knight encounter, where we can sort of make him chase around the board and never attack anyone effectively. And that would be the goal, I think, if we can pull that off. But that's probably harder to do than I am making it out to be. Anyway, and then stage says, while the villain is on the stage, they ignore the effects of being doomed, so that they can spend survival to dodge and surge and stuff like that. And then the throne, if the ruler is standing on the throne at the beginning of their act, all survivors gain +1 survival. So we can recharge survival by having the ruler standing on the throne, and it says, while you have this, suffer -2 movement, so less movement for the ruler, but they can also use their action to exchange roll cards with the survivor adjacent to you. So this is the only way we can change rolls without triggering the outburst, I think. All right. And so what else would I do with him, right? He's got decent armor, Mr. Troy, and 6 evade, which is the highest by far. So I think making him the villain makes sense, so that he can tank a bit at the beginning. And then what we do is that we shuffle the rest here and pass it out. Like so. And then show them. And the fool has to reduce armor at waist location to 0. Yeah. which is kind of annoying, but what can we do? At least we got it on the guy with the least. No, that would be A and B here. And we cover the damsel, the ruler, and the fool, and the villain. Yeah, so everything is covered. Now we can move, we can reposition our characters wherever we want. And I don't even know, I think we would run up to the stage and just try to murder him in the first turn, because I think we start, right? It says here, the survivors are defending their home, they go first. So we can move in. Oh, and Troy is honorable, so he's not allowed to attack from the blind spot. You may only, when you spend action, you may only activate weapons, right? Oh, that's interesting for stuff like, oh, he can never do the trip formation. He can never do. When you spend lightning bolt, you may only activate weapons. Okay, so it makes no sense to have that there. We will switch those two around. A little bit post haste here. And that means we have to move an evasion token over there. So pretend like you didn't see that. All right. So now he only has evade 5, but evade 4 over here. Okay. Probably also, I have been thinking that maybe it's better to spread out the evade a bit. So this is fine. Okay. My bad. This game is so hard. But the other thing that we wanted to do was to be able to acknowledge that we can never attack him while he is knocked down or from the blind spot with Troy because he's honorable. The darkness awareness is here, and this one triggers whenever someone gains a disorder. Stark raving, insane. Grandpa Borjosi always has to go first, right? So when we are starting right here and right now, we have to move red first. Here. And he's got the spear. I think that we will then move up and attack, basically. Just go balls deep. And if we... Can we lock this one? Because that doesn't happen. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, he starts here. Oh, he doesn't have to start here. We can move people around. So coming in from the blind spot, probably. Troy from the front, because he can't go to the blind spot anyway. Something like this. Who's the damsel? MB, okay. Atreyu is the one with the sword. I want the damsel to... I was thinking we would fight near the balcony most of the time, whenever we can get away with it. Like, try to pull the fight towards the balcony and then have the damsel on the balcony whenever we can, so that he has less speed. So, if we can switch them around, maybe like that. In the first turn, however, we will go up with Grandpa Borjosi and attack from the blind spot on the Lion Knight. Even though he has the spear and could technically be at range, I think having more accuracy would be nice. King Spear. Oh, it's hitting on 4s, really? Okay. Then from the side to not get reactions, I think. Oh no, that was for the Diversion Tactics. That's really nice then. So yeah, you have to be next to the monster to trigger Diversion Tactics. Okay. And then we get to the blind spot, so we are rolling on 3s. We would hit here. And we're off. The game has begun. The game is afoot. We have to shuffle the decks here just to show you guys that I haven't stacked the decks. And here we go. We got a Death Blow, Cavernous Heart, and the Reflex. Cancel this reaction if the attacker has any noisy gear. We do not. Otherwise, he will move away. So we will try to wound over here first. And that, I think, is a wound. So we're starting really well here. And give me a crit here, if you could. Oh, I won. Okay. Turn the Lion Knight to face the attacker and move 1 space backwards. Okay. Well, that could have been worse. I mean, he didn't punch him or anything, so that's nice. Red has now moved, and red can never spend survival. Oh, no, that's not you. I keep mixing them up because now I switched them around, I guess. You do have Surge available. If we wanted to do trip formation, We need 2 at the blind spots. And then you in the front here. We can pull that off right now. No, because green... We need to get a trio in front. Which can happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so that would need a dash. But we could trip him right now if we wanted. There's a problem with that, right? Troy cannot attack him while he's down. So if we want to attack with Troy in the same round where we knock it down, we have to do that first. So let's go with Troy and attack. Because the Troy has a really good attack anyway, right? With hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. So I think it's hard to argue against. I am thinking about throwing the Founding Stone, but let's try to attack normally first. Maybe we don't have to spend that resource. He's got sneak attack too, so he would wound on 2s from the back here. 2 hits. I see some reflexes. If the attacker is the villain in their attack and in the survivor's turn, it is not. The attacker suffers 2 armor points, loses 2 armor points at a random hit location. If they are adjacent to the monster, they also get knocked back. Okay. Well, we can't avoid that. Oh, he is the villain, so if he doesn't crit wound on this location, hold on. Do we want to... This is not the roll, obviously. So do we want to do this one first? Or do we want to do this one where we get... Oh, then we lose 2 armor points. In the survivor's turn. Oh, we lose the entire act if we roll this one over here. Here we can break Troy's attack only. So that's the one we're going for, obviously. 7. So that's a wound. But then Troy gets knockback 7. Full move the knight towards the attacker. Okay, so he's gonna get knocked into the wall and knocked down. He full moves towards him. Okay, so we're not pulling the fight towards the balcony at all right now. Atreyu. Oh, look at that movement. So he can go in and attack still. I think he should. Blue has now acted. Now white is acting. Can you make it to the balcony? No. And you don't have survival to dash. Okay. Alright. Atreyu. Green or white? Yeah, white is acting. And we did the wound before. Are there any masteries we should be aware of? No. Oh, I need to declare a new weapon with Grandpa Borjoisi. I was thinking about another Fist and Tooth. No, I guess not. Dagger, maybe? But then we should have brought daggers. I guess we don't have to declare right now, then. We might as well declare the spear. And we can always switch it and just reset. But now we've declared the spear because he didn't have anything else with him. Yeah, I wanted him to have the katana, but that didn't work out, right? Okay. We were doing a trio. So, scrap sword, hitting on 4s, but 3s because it's from the back. Yeah. Two hits. Same as before. Yeah, we did discard the other one, so stage fight and... No, stage fight, not stage fright, get it? Biting spleen. If the attacker is the fool, the Lion Knight gains -2 toughness until the end of the attack. Okay, well, I mean, he is the fool, so that's perfect. We are critting on 7s, but this is a wound. And then he's got -2 toughness for this location over here now, so that will make it wound on 3. Another 5. And then the attacker loses 2 armor points at a random hit location. Oh, we didn't roll that for Troy. My bad. Feed. And then the same for Atreyu. Hit. Oof. Okay. And that's not something that can be dodged. Then he is knocked back 7. Oh, and that causes a collision here. I think he goes through, and then they both get knocked down. So that was unfortunate. Okay, and then we will full more move you through or to him. That knocks him away. Okay. Rough. But now he's far away from the villain. Oh, not far enough, of course, that he can't reach him. Dang it. Unsure what to do here with all my beaches then. I want A and B to be able to reach the balcony next turn. So this is the move. And then we will attack with the katana from the front. The katana has 6 dice. So like that. Hitting on 6s. So unlikely to get all of them. We just want a few. 1 perfect hit, in case that matters, but only 1 hit. Anything on perfect hits? No, I don't think so. Only 1 hit out of 6 dice. Yeah, that was a poor roll. Cancel this reaction if the attacker has any noisy gear. I don't believe we do. No. Then 1 wound attempt, wounding on 4s, critting on 8. Wound is fine. Yeah, crits would give us bleed, so I'm happy that it is not. And then he will move 1 space backwards. Okay, that is our moves. Then we can surge, we can dash. We cannot dash with green, no. Oh, and he can't make people encouraged either, so there's nothing that I can do to get people to stand up. Oh, whoops. Okay. Well, 5 wounds in the first turn. That's pretty decent. Heroic feat. Full move towards the villain. Big target, villain. No target, catwalk. Okay, and then move and attack target. Speed 4, but speed 5 then, because he's got that extra 1, so... Yeah. Accuracy 2 means it's 5, because he's got 5 there, so... Hitting on 7s. Don't know why I said 5 when it was 7. I see 3 hits. Ouch. Don't die now, Troy. We got... What is it? 2 per? Yeah, so 2 in the waist. 2 in the arms. 2 in the arms again. Okay, so he's not injured, but out of armor on that location. And then he does basic action and targets the villain again. Is there anything I can do? No, I see. I can't interrupt with anything because everyone's down and the only one standing has 0 survival. Nasty. There's something I forgot. Yeah, you lose a movement token for being knocked down here because of this one here. Harvest Man. Technically not how that works. Got a -1 movement token. That might matter for some things. You never know. Okay, this is not great because he's going to be attacked again. And it's the same kind of move here, yeah. So no, that not an AI card. He does basic action, targets the villain, speed 5, hitting on 7s. Only 1 hit. But this could be a kill. Body, he can soak that, but only barely. Okay, so he's not in a good spot already. We get to stand up with everyone on our turn here. We forgot to click next turn, but really matter, I guess. Okay, next turn, who's the fool? Atreyu is the fool currently. So next turn we will make sure to be able to interrupt with the outburst and make the Lion Knight chase across the board. Not that I feel like I can do a whole lot else, honestly, from where we're standing. We could attack with Troy, for one thing, so we should do that. Might as well when we're right next to him. Butcher's Cleaver. Or throw the Founding Stone to do a crit from range instead of attacking with him. He's pretty vulnerable. He does not have a, what's it called? He does not have a Dried Acanthus. If somehow we triggered the Lion Knight to attack, then we could still surge with the Fool and do the taunt, right? He's got so much movement though, it's kind of hard to run corners around him. But I say we still attack with Troy here. Roll the dice. One perfect hit, not that that really matters, I think. Okay. Valiant right leg. The Lion Knight feigns right if we wound. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything. Do some damage here though. On 3 we wound. That's a wound. The Lion Knight feints right. Turn the monster to face the attacker, then without turning, move it 2 spaces to its right. So that's 1, 2. Okay. Away from Troy. Then Troy could... That was his action. He can still dash to it and attack it again with a surge. Or we can do something else. Do we have a rawhide headband? We do. Oh, getting the priority target token may be worth it. I will move green onto the balcony now. Atreyu. A green can then do the rawhide headband, by the way. Yeah. So we get to look at these two here and say closest non-villain threat in range, otherwise closest survivor. So that would currently be Troy, I think. Yeah. Yeah, no one else is in range. Move and attack. Knockback 8 and trades roll with the villain. Oh. Yeah, we do not want to tank that on Troy, I think. Or Soliloquy. All non-deaf survivors. Place the Lion Knight in the center of the showdown board. All targets suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level and lose an equal amount of survival. If this reduces any target's survival to 0, that survivor is also knocked down. Okay. Which one is worse? I think the Megalomania is worse. So we will put the Soliloquy on top, and when he draws that, we will cancel it on the next turn here. So then we will want to set up for that. We can set up so that we can charge with Grandpa Boy Joycey. And slam him. Here. Yes. And then Atreyu moves up here. Ready to strike. Troy will dash in that direction. I think this is the plan. Dash there. Oh, he couldn't have surged down here anyway because he was doomed, but I think we will surge right now and throw the Founding Stone at him. Valiant Pauldron. Critical wound. A piece of the Lion's Knight's armor flies off. The monster gains -1 toughness token. And it's always a crit when we do a Founding Stone, so... -1 toughness. Not too shabby. And a wound, obviously. Oh, that's the good card that we just... Oh. God damn it. I didn't think that through. Okay. Anyone else wants to do something? I feel like there was another action that we could take. Oh, Berserker for red could be triggered. But then he can't do any survival actions later. What does Frenzy do again? Gain 1d5 insanity, 1 speed token, and 1 strength token. You may not spend survival. You may not use fighting arts. Okay. No. We also wanted to use the spirit weapon specialization when able. I forgot he has the damsel or the ruler, so he has less movement. So he probably couldn't move all the way over there. I'm gonna put him 2 spaces back, and that means no slamming either. So that isn't gonna work. Too bad. All right, now we will do the Lion Knight's turn. Next turn, then draw the lion-like card, and before it starts doing things here, I guess it'll pick the target. That doesn't matter. Then we will surge with Atreyu, try to recover that, and we didn't, so we lose 1 survival. We are taunting the Lion Knight. All knockdown survivors stand. There are none. Enraged, the Lion Knight drops everything, target you, and performs Outburst. So Outburst, discard any unresolved AI cards, then perform basic action. Oh, and target loses 1 survival. That is you. Exchange their role with the villain. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, he lost some waist armor anyway, so it helped a little bit. And then it goes down to 0. Then Atreyu becomes the villain, yes. This one gets discarded. And then he does basic action, takes the villain, tries to get to him, but can't, and that ends his turn. So that's kind of how we're supposed to run around him, I think. Alright, and that makes it our turn again. 11. There must be 1 trap in here, so maybe we attack with the spear first before we reveal the... I'm gonna make 2 movement tokens here that are flipped, and they can sort of move around with the ruler thing so that I can see it better here with this here. I move there, I think. No, I think moving into close range is the right play. We haven't seen him retaliate or anything yet. Really? Well, he knocks people back, but that doesn't hurt as much. And this way we can use the diversion tactics. Yeah. King Spear hitting on 4s. Now we want to draw that trap. 2 hits. There's a thing here. First strike parry. Wound attempts on this location fail unless the wound result is a critical. And we have to attack that one first. Okay. Fun. Okay. Yeah. Critting on 10. Oh, close. So that's a failure then. Turn the Lion Knight to face the attacker. The monster gains +2 to toughness until the end of the attack. Right, okay, so it doesn't end the attack. It just makes this... It's parrying that one, and then it makes it tougher for us to wound the rest. Then we got a stage fight again. So we're now wounding on 7 here. No wound. And the attacker loses 2 armor points at a random hit location. Hit. To 3, and then was it knockback 7 again? 3, 5, 7. Okay, so he doesn't get knocked down, and then he full moves after him though. Alright. Who's the fool? That is Troy. Is Troy out of range? Yes. So we can do some taunting business to interrupt stuff. I will surge with Grandpa Bo Joycey. Not sure why he doesn't have the dash maneuver. I think that was from the previous showdown. Anyway, we will surge and attack again. The damsel gets punished for surge to attack, but not you. Ooh, 9/9 is 2 hits. No trap. Okay. Here he will break the rest of the attack, and here he will break the rest of the attack, but not if we land the critical over here. So let's try to get the critical, and only if we wound, by the way. And it's wound on 5, crit on 10. So no wound. And over here, 6 is a wound. And then he gets knocked back into the wall. Loses 2 armor points at a random hit location. Hands, arms, whatever. If your wound attempt failed, place this card back on top of the hit location instead of into the discard pile. Oh, I didn't read that on the other ones. Stage fight. Okay. We'll try to do that going from here. That was red, and red had to go first. Of course, that's why he did so, because I remember that. How could I? I would never forget such a thing. So anyway, we are going in to attack him from the rear with Atreyu. Because rogues do it from behind. Hitting on 3s then. I don't think we have anything that makes that impossible, no. 1 hit, nothing on perfect hits. That's untrue. There's a perfect hit thing here that I always forget. He gets +4 to the wound attempt. So he's now wounding on 2s, and there's 1 hit. First strike parry. Fail if you don't get a critical, but we have a high critical at least. 7 critical because the sword is deadly currently. So that's nice. Just get the 7, everything's fine. Dang it, okay. Failure. All adjacent survivors suffer bash and knockback 7. Full move the flying knight towards the closest threat. Oh. Well, first of all, you get knocked back to there. Gain an extra -1 movement. Full move the knight towards the closest threat. The closest threat is Troy. Yes. We can have him stand on top of Atreyu if I want to knock him down around a bit. Sure, have him get knocked up onto the balcony here. And the villain is Atreyu. Okay. Was Atreyu acting? Now Troy can attack. But he's the fool, so he could run away and do the taunty business. Can you hit from here? Oh yeah, now we can hit with the bow from green. Hitting from the stage. The bow shoots with 2, hits on 7s. Damn, that's rough. We need to make a better bow. If any weapon I need to make an upgrade of, I have been thinking that it would be the bow. Green does not hit with the bow. Can't surge to attack with the bow. We will drum, I think, here. Well, hold on. We can do that as an interrupt, maybe. Yeah, I think we have to do it though. Surge. No need to surge. It's just an encourage action, and he has the drum, so they both get to stand back up. Did he already surge? I guess. Okay. Then Troy attacks, or Troy runs away and plays the fool. The question we should be asking is, can Atreyu tank around? We don't know what's at the top of the Lion Knight AI deck. We can surge with... Oh, if the damsel surges, he will outburst. Huh. Or if you surge to attack, we could surge to do the rawhide headband instead. Oh no, oh crap. Tunnel vision prohibits Troy from doing the fool action. He cannot choose to taunt the Lion Knight. So he has to play the aggressor. Right. Go for that then. I mean, that seals it. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Still no trap. Okay, that's lucky. What do we have? He's got a thing with crits or something. When an axe master wounds a monster with an axe at a location with a persistent injury, that wound becomes a critical wound. And of course we didn't draw one of those. God damn it. The Lion Knight is knocked down. Oh. Okay, we can knock down the Lion Knight over here. If the attacker is the damsel, he would heal. It's only on 10s. Okay, so this is just a wound, which is fine. And if the attacker is the damsel, we would undo any wounds and heal one. Okay, but he was not. Then here, he gets to reroll, ignore it, and would attempt to wound the selected hit location again. Yep, just once. Another wound. And there's no extra stuff. Okay, four cards left in the Lion Knight hit location deck. Can you dash? Yes, so you could dash closer. Oh, but you're the roller, so you're so slow. Well, all the more reason, I think, to start dashing closer. Okay. And that was everyone? Everyone has acted? Oh, Atreyu can still... Sorry, Troy can still... Troy and Atreyu are bad names for me because I keep mixing them up. But Troy can still attempt to wound with a surge, and he's good at it, so let's have him do it. Hitting on 3s, only one hit. Didn't get the trap. It's a parry location, so we need a crit. Damn it. Okay, not a crit. No. All adjacent survivors suffer bash and knockback. 7. Full move towards the closest threat. And then that's it. Then he will go. He's got 5 hit points left, so we're doing fairly well, I think. It's next turn. We need to reset the buttons. Okay. Oh, mood. When this comes into play, place the Lion Knight in the center of the showdown board. Sure. While this is in play, the Knight has +1 speed and +1 damage tokens. Damn. Discard this card when the Lion Knight is critically wounded or a survivor dies. Jesus. +1 speed. He currently has -1 speed. And +1 damage too. That is a mood, right? Okay, and then he does seal. Going for the villain, of course, coming up here. Now, they may do the diversion tactics, these two. No, because that's green, and green cannot spend survival, so there's no help from that. We can dodge? No, because he's doomed. Shit. And we can't do the fool action over here. We could surge to attack with the damsel to trigger outburst. Yes. No, because he can't surge. We can surge to attack with Atreyu, in fact. No, he's doomed. So there's no help. He can't do anything, and Grandpa is out of range. Yeah, I don't think there's any help. Okay. Oh, no, this is not what's happening. It's basic action targeting Atreyu. There is 2 extra speed tokens, but also -1, so it is a total of 1 extra speed at 5 then. Hitting on, I'm not sure, 4 + 2 is 6. 2 hits only, okay. And we can't dodge, so let's hope that doesn't kill. He does 3 per body. And legs. Oh, we are so lucky. Yeah, he's still standing. Nice. And that was the Lion Knight's turn. Jesus, man, that scared me. But he lived. Now, the best chance we have of critically wounding is Atreyu. He's also in position currently. Oh, Troy would stand up. He is in position currently to do the trip formation. If we could get someone else to stand behind him. But he's doomed. He cannot spend survival. It does not cost a survival. Okay. And you can search? Or dash, I mean, yes. He wouldn't be able to reach. So, hold on. Red has to go first. So, come over here. That's fine. Then Troy moves up there as a dash. Then does it again. Does a normal move, I mean. And I guess he can't attack from here. So he doesn't get to attack at all while that guy is stunned or downed. And then all my bitches will move in, and then no, see, it doesn't help. It doesn't work at all. Because what am I trying to say? We will have Troy in position, but he can't attack there. And then A and B moves around to get in position for the trip attack, but he can't. I mean, he could still attack, but the guy wouldn't be knocked down for that attack anyway. And he can't dash back there. And then Atreyu would spend his action to do it and can't surge after the fact. And then the Lion Knight would stand up immediately after. So there's no point in doing the knockdown, is what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. We will simply go with Atreyu first. Oh, we're going to draw the trap anyway, so it would be a bad idea to knock it down. In fact, let's try to draw the trap with the Muramasa, I guess. Right? I think that makes the most sense. Because there's a good chance that it will happen, and then we can attack after the fact with Atreyu. I don't remember what the trap does, so that's something to keep in mind. But we will go for the Muramasa now and try to find that trap and get it out of the deck. And get the deck reset, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I actually don't know what happens here. But I guess as soon as you draw the trap, it was the bottom card. You reshuffle the hit location deck. All survivors are doomed. Each player passes their survivors or survivors' roll cards as they would pass the monster controller tile. Perform basic action, target the attacker. Okay. Interesting. So the Fool passes to Atreyu again. And Bourgeoisie becomes the villain. I see. And then a basic action targeting the attacker who was green. Who has not moved yet. Green was moving. Oh, that is interesting because the damsel is now Troy, so the damsel is not standing on the balcony, meaning an extra die will be added to this attack. Yes. And everyone is doomed, so there's no searching to interrupt or anything. We have to accept this outcome. No dodging either. God damn it. And green is evade 2, so hitting on 4s. 1 out, 5 hits. And he does 3 per, so this sounds like a death to me. Fun. Okay, we got head. That's a knockdown. That one is resolved. Arms is next here. Yeah, that'll be an injury. Five, ruptured muscle. Muscle? I'm Sean Connery. A painful rip. The arm hangs limp. You can no longer activate fighting arts. This injury is permanent, can only be recorded once, and gain a bleeding token. Okay, and someone gets knocked down when there are bleeding tokens. Hemophobia, that is red. Rip. No. Arms, ruptured muscle. Rup. Muscle. Well, he might die in a second here anyway. Because then we resolve the body one. Oh, that doesn't trigger an injury, and neither does the legs. Okay, so that was the only injury gained. That was that attack. The basic action from the trap, from green activating. Okay. Who's the fool now? That is Atreyu here. Well, Atreyu should probably attack. Try to land the critical and get rid of the mood. Can he get to the backside of him? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got plenty of move. I think we want to go to the blind spot. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits, and there's a perfect hit, so this is with +4 strength. There's a death blow. Okay. And we'll go for this one over here first, where there's no punishment. No crit, but it is a wound because of the extra strength from the sword having rolled a perfect hit. Can we roll above 7 for once here? Come on. No, god damn it. Okay, well that's a wound again. Attacker loses 2 armor points. I don't think he has a whole lot of armor left to lose. Body? Yeah, he has none. It doesn't do damage, it does armor point damage. Armor point loss. 7 knockback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. And full move towards the attacker. Here. Okay, and who's the villain? A and B here. So he can still reach the villain in this scenario. But he did get in range of Troy attacking him at least, so that's nice. Well, this way up there. Blue will go for that. That was White acting, so White has acted, yeah. We can encourage him and make him attack again instead. I do think that's worth more, actually. Who can encourage him? You are not the villain. Oh, is he the villain? No, he's not the villain. Okay. So then that is a play. Encourage. Is there anything preventing you from spending survival? We have so much of that going around, but no. By the way, he has certainly wounded with that sword, in case anyone asks. Stand up, then surge. Try to regain it. Didn't regain it, but will then attack. Come on with that critical. How hard can it be? 2 hits? Yeah. There's a critical thing here. Damsel. He's not the damsel, and this one would break the attack, but this one does not. So here. Oh, this is a critical. Alright. So the mood is discarded. Very good. The Lion Knight clutches its chest. If the attacker is the damsel, undo any wounds caused by this hit and reform. Here's the critical wound. The Lion Knight is knocked down. Hell yeah. If the attacker is the damsel, the monster suffers an additional wound. Oh, first of all, I think you do a wound first. Yeah. Oh, he's almost dead. And then we would discard the mood. Alright, and we can keep going. So then he can't do reactions anymore. 6 is not a critical, not that would matter. It is a wound. Okay, so, I mean, we're really close. And Troy didn't act before, so he's going to go up. And he can't attack a knocked down monster. Of course, he can't. Who's the villain? That's you. Move 1 more up, because he had the range for that. And then I guess he does nothing. And then everyone has moved. Is there anything else that could be done? No. Grandpa Bourgeoisie would not be. Oh, he's not the ruler anymore. Yes, he is. Or is he still the ruler? Oh, I did it wrong. It was supposed to be ruler over here, obviously, and then villain there. So Grandpa Bourgeoisie is the villain. Which means he cannot spend survival to dash. So never mind. No comboing. The damsel is Troy, nowhere near the balcony. Could he reach the balcony? No. He can search to attack, but the monster is knocked down. So we're not allowed. Okay. So then it'll be the monster's turn. It'll want to draw a card. It'll draw the mood. Place the Lion Knight in the center of the showdown board. He will get back up anyway. Then he will do basic action, targeting the villain. And I will search to interrupt and attack him here. Before he moves, we will search with Troy, who can do that now. Oh, but then that's going to cause an outburst. I would want to search and attack with Atreyu as well, so hold on. Oh, we have to click next. Who's the fool? So he can also make the... oh, and I think he needed another -1 movement, by the way. We're so close. We need 2 more hits on him and then he dies. There's 16 here, so fairly low chance of drawing the trap. The villain is Grandpa Bourgeoisie, who is fairly tanky, honestly, so maybe we don't have to do it. The ruler, the damsel, we can... Okay, we will dash in. We did not get the survival. Can you dash more than once? I mean, can you do survival actions more than once in an interrupt? I think so. We do one before he starts the picking of the target, then he picks the target, then we do the move and attack. So first dash. 1, 2, 4, 5. Doesn't really matter. We'll go here. Come on, Atreyu. Hitting on 4. 2 hits, that could be enough. Oh, but we got the parry. Well, he's the best for the parry type. If he crits, on a 7 here, come on, just roll the 7. 9 is a crit. Is this fight even real? Gain +3 insanity. And I've checked, by the way, there's no maximum amount of insanity that you can have. You can have thousands if you want. So... yeah, this is allowed. 42 is a good number, by the way. And that's a wound. So, oh, no. Right. There's not 2 damage to be done because the mood is in play. And so he takes the crit wound on no AI cards. So that's his death. All right. I felt like that was really lucky. I feel like we should have lost a character here. But we didn't. So I guess just take it. Oh, and I forgot about this thing here. Specialization. Draw hit locations, make a wound attempt, and then select a hit location to resolve with that result. I keep forgetting this one. Okay. But we won. Go Atreyu. Sweet. Alright. As I recall, then you don't get a whole lot. The first time you defeat the Lion Knight, you gain the Lion Knight badge. We already had that. Then 100 XP for everyone. Okay. Oh, A and B levels up. Nice. First H threshold for you. With 11 is the boring one. Random fighting art, but... didn't we get... oh yeah, there's conviction here. Believe in... when you gain a random fighting art, draw 3 fighting art cards and select 1 to keep. Hell yeah. That's something I've been looking forward to. Still have the Flower Knight resources here. 1. Come on. 2, 3. Mammoth hunting? No. Cross-arm block. Whenever you are hit, after hit locations are rolled, you may change one result to the arm's hit location. Interesting. Or the heroic one. Once per showdown, if you are standing adjacent to the monster and have 3+ survival, you must spend all of your survival for one automatic hit that inflicts a critical wound. And that was from A and B. But you can never spend or gain or spend survival, so, and you can no longer activate fighting arts. Okay. So is anything here passive? No. So none of them matter. I will grab the heroic one, just in case we can do it later. I guess this one requires two things. The cross-arm block just requires you to get rid of the ruptured muscle, not both of them. Right? Yeah. The heroic one would require both of them to disappear, which is much less likely. Okay. Sad business. But the heroic one there is really cool. We've had it before, I think. That was you doing the XP, then back. Weapon proficiency for whoever it matters for. We'll gain it for the spear. Just I don't want him to be a spear user, but right now we couldn't really do anything with him. And then sword over there. Nothing yet for you. Yes. Then intermission, and it must almost certainly be the next page here. Intermission, indeed. If the survivors were defeated, the showdown ends here. The Lion Knight resumes its repose if the survivors were victorious. Look at him. Alright. Suddenly, the Lion Knight is standing in the same place as it was when it first appeared in the settlement, wearing a gleaming black mask that drains the light from everything around it. The Lion Knight's retinue scurries out onto the stage, hunched over in a single file. One carries a blade, the second a gold vessel, and the last her enormous tome. Before anyone has a chance to react, they are upon the survivor that defeated the Lion Knight. Oh. Lose the Stoic statue, innovation, gain the black mask. Oh, yeah, okay. Add the places everyone to the timeline 4 years from now. Oh, so we're gonna have to fight him again. Oh, it's already here. Yep. And nominate the survivor that dealt the killing blow. 1d10. 1 on 2 you die, so don't roll a 1 or 2 here. Oh, don't play with me like that. God damn it, man. One seizes you by the arm, while another cleanly severs it at the shoulder with a soundless chop. The last gingerly places the bloodied limb inside the vessel. Suffer the dismembered arm severe injury. No blood flows from the wound. Oh, I guess we rolled really well last time with the hideous disguise. Or this was a poor roll, you could say. Dismembered arm. God damn it. Arm. You can no longer wield two-handed weapons. The injury is permanent. Okay, so this was honestly not that bad considered. And he's got a one-handed weapon anyway here. Not great, obviously. And I forgot about the Abyssal Sadist, by the way. He would have gained at least, let's say, 2 more insanity. Are we done? Can we do the rest of the... That was the places everyone... Then we've got the Hooded Knight also showing up. Take the stage. Yeah, okay. We are done with the places everyone. Then it's the Hooded Knight. There is no rest for the wicked. A stranger then emerges from the shadow right after the other thing. If any survivor has the Twilight Sword, they duel the knight. We do not. Otherwise, his motives are inscrutable. Roll on the mysterious agenda. Mysterious agenda. 1d10. Ooh, is that a 10? It is. The hooded knight attempts to force a tattered parcel into the hands of a returning survivor. The nominated survivor may choose to accept the parcel or resist. If they resist, the survivor flees the hooded knight in abject fear and must skip the next hunt. After, the hooded knight leaves with unfinished business. The tattered parcel over here then. The survivor gains the Twilight Sword rare gear. Place it in their grid now. The survivor may select Twilight Sword as a weapon proficiency. This weapon is cursed. In addition, the parcel contains the Blue Lantern and Dormant Twilight Cloak rare gear. Add these to the settlement storage. Cursed. I mean, of course we're doing that. And I've read about the Twilight Sword has its own weapon proficiency thing. And the Twilight Sword is its own entire mechanic for... This one levels up as you are using it. And then as mastery... So any survivor who attains Twilight Sword mastery leaves the settlement forever in pursuit of a higher purpose. Oopsie daisy. Okay, but still, it's a really awesome weapon. So you can add it over here, even though we technically don't have it yet, I guess. It would be this one. It doesn't do anything until you've leveled it up a bit. Before he leaves, the hooded knight appears disturbed. If the settlement has records, roll 1d10, but we do not. Destroy records. Oh. But we also gain the Blue Lantern and Dormant Blue. So next time he comes around, he will want to challenge whoever did this. Is this a promo gear? Blue Lantern, yeah. What was it? Dormant Twilight Cloak. Interesting. So Blue Lantern, item Lantern, order other, sentient and cursed, suffer 2d10 brain damage and reveal HL cards, hit location cards, until you reveal the trap. Put them back in the same order. Limit once per showdown. Oh, so you can see where the trap is. And you take 2d10 brain damage. So that's kind of interesting. And it's cursed, so you know. And then here, Dormant Twilight Cloak. Item heavy order other. Not cursed, this one. Unique and irreplaceable accessory. Ignore sentient on all gear. You cannot depart with this if you have 3+ understanding. And it's an armor too on the head. Too shabby. Okay. And we haven't selected someone to gain the sword yet. The Twilight Sword rare gear. I've never seen it before, so... Twilight Sword. Weapon, melee, two-handed. Finesse. Slow, cursed, cumbersome, sentient, irreplaceable. Gains devastating 2 when fighting the Watcher. And it's got a star for accuracy. Its accuracy is 9, minus the Twilight Sword proficiency level. Oh, okay. So it gets easier and easier to use it. So only got speed 1. It's cumbersome then, yeah, okay, but really high damage. Okay, so who? Probably all my bitches. You were always, destined for this kind of greatness is what I'm thinking. Can't use survival or fighting arts, goddamn. Or it could be Grandpa Boy Joycey. Oh, the extra speed from Frenzy does not combo with the sword, because you can't use extra speed on a cumbersome weapon. Unless you have what? There's a thing over here, an armor that allows you to ignore cumbersome. No? Well, it might be not an armor piece then, or an armor set. I thought it was an armor set. There's something that allows us to ignore comfort zone and things. Might be a fighting art then, something like that. Okay. I will grab it, of course, and we will give it to A and B, all my bitches. Sure. What could possibly go wrong with that? So, cursed with Husk of Destiny, Twilight Sword, and Blue Lantern. I'm assuming that the Blue Lantern will be bound to the same character. And the next time he will have to duel the Hooded Knight, which sounds fun. Here, there, Blue Lantern also cursed, so it would have to be bound to the same character. Same with the Husk of Destiny here. Sounds interesting. We will probably bring them next time. But yeah. Then, if I follow the timeline, I have not yet added the Gorm climate. I can go ahead and add the Gorm climate here because there's no way to avoid it. Then we will roll 1d10. See where this white token goes. Not sure why you're face down. We had the Acid Storm last time, which I think is still in effect. Or last episode. It's been a few days for me here, so a bit rusty. And we got the good one again, where the home innovations get +2. At least it's not the bad one. So good in that sense. Then, of course, we are doing Innovate. Let's get that out of the way. Innovate with a bone. So a hide, a bone, and an organ. Master organ there. Delete. And then we can draw 4 innovations. Shrine, pictograph, sculpture, and forbidden dance. We deleted the forbidden dance? I think we had it at some point, because we definitely have forbidden dance consequences. So, yeah, I think we had this one. +1 permanent evasion. Maybe we didn't. I'm not sure how we got the shadow dance. No, this is a Huffle consequence. I thought we had the forbidden dance consequences already. I guess not. Okay. Pictograph, sculpture is the thing that we need. We need some of the consequences for this one, I know. And the pictograph is something that gets asked for a lot in hunt events, I've noticed. And Shrine, I've never heard of. So let's read it here. Faith and Inner Lantern consequence may be used once per settlement phase. You endeavor to armor ritual. Departing survivors gain +1 insanity, or 1 armor to all hit location for everyone. That's a lot of armor. Here we may run away. Sculpture is you create an inspirational statue. Skip the next hunt and lose a fighting art. Record this fighting on the settlement record sheet. A statue can only have 1 inspirational statue. You cannot make another. Secret fighting arts are not fighting arts. You study the inspirational statue, and you can gain the recorded fighting art. Okay, that may be worth doing it with one of our really, really good fighting arts, like the Burning Focus. The Red Fist is a secret fighting art, right? Nothing else here. Not the Berserker, but I'm sure I could find another one. Defender was a good one. Tumble is something we can gain from other things. Tough, Transcended. Not Fated Blow, that's an ability. So it would be the Burning Focus. It's because we need another one of the consequences for something. What was it? Sculpt? We are grabbing that one, I think, because we needed pottery for something. Oh, it's been 1 herb resource, gain 1 basic resource, basic hide. And is this a herb? Oh, we can make a canthus into hide with this one. Yeah, okay, we're doing that. Pottery was for beating. If we beat the Screaming Antelope, when we have pottery, we would gain a thing. I can't believe we still didn't get the damn thing that we needed, the one for the Gorm. One day, I guess it will happen, but I guess not today. We are grabbing the sculpture. And then putting the rest here back in the deck. Sculpture consequences have been added to the deck, yes. Alright. Anything else that we need to roll? I'm really not sure if I should do intimacy. The thing is, we have 11 people, and I feel like that might be enough for the rest of the missions, but we might lose people, and so I don't think we get through the rest of the game without doing intimacy at some point. But maybe we get population for something else, and so then I would rather not, because we have fairly good choice. I did it all the time when we had a chance to, or better odds on the intimacy. And I'm still hoping that we will get that same fighting art again at some point, so we can keep doing that. But until that happens, I'm not really keen on doing intimacy, and so we will not do it right now. And then I don't think there's anything that needs to be rolled at the moment, so I'll probably cut the episode here, there, and then plan it out for the next episode. We've definitely got some resources to spend, and I'll figure out what to do with it. We don't have this thing, by the way. This is the one that we would get for beating the Screaming Antelope once we have pottery, and there's some stuff here that we really need, like the scavenger kit is great, the first aid kit is great, and so on and so forth. So yeah, really want that. I was just putting it down to look at the gear, but yeah. Oh, and by the way, now we have space again, but we did end up filling up the entire storage, so I had to put this thing on the side. Now there's room for it. And we will eat this one, by the way, with the one who already has a flower addiction. So with Pepper Potts, you must skip the next hunt. You already have the... No, that's not you. Oh, flower addiction here, yeah. So you'll eat that same flower, get the same thing, skip the next hunt. Oh, I deleted the brawler armor. Whoops. So yeah, we don't have it yet. I just put it up here because I'm focused on getting it. And then we gain 3 more endeavor to do things. So there's some endeavor to spend. It should be fun. And yeah, see you guys next episode when all that is done. And that's it for now. Keejchen signing off.